What's going on, y'all? We finally got some news from TDE. There had happened to be a flyer at Isaiah Rashad's 10th anniversary for the Sylvia demo. Amazing album, by the way. You should listen to it. It says, do not share, obviously marketing. But it reads, this document may contain confidential or privileged information. Unless you are the intended recipient, you may not disclose, copy, or use any information herein. Bullshit. Then it goes on to list all the names, which I believe is a rundown of the things that are going to be done in the future, kind of like a roadmap. And so far it lines up because we are getting Schoolboy Q today or tomorrow, whenever this drops. Sir has announced his album, so I'm assuming J-Rock will be next. Doechii, Ray Vaughn, Zachary, SZA, Ab-Soul, Isaiah Rashad, Cal Banks, Devin Malik, Lance Skywalker, and then down at the bottom, that's what I am most hyped about because I've been waiting for years for this, the TDE compilation album. It also says new artists to be determined, to be announced, my bad. I'm probably listening to Schoolboy Q as we speak, but as some of you may know, if you haven't been around that long, one of my first videos that got above 10K was about the TDE compilation album that was a response to Dreamville's album. Except that did not happen because we were robbed of that. Top Dog, Punch, whoever doesn't like to release music. But hey, I can't argue with the method because they are probably music's most famous label that people know the name of. So I figured what better way to bring in the new year, even though it's March, than to redo the video and provide some more evidence, probably not honestly, of my claims, and also my stances have changed a little bit, you know? A quick break for our sponsors, me, myself, and I. You could win $250 just for commenting on my videos. Every time you comment on any of the videos from this one and the previous one, whichever one has this message in it, it raises your odds of being that lucky winner. As an example, if you comment on this one and then another one and then another one, that would be 3 videos, which would be 3 entries. And it ends as soon as we hit 3,000 subs. I mean, you don't want someone else to win that money, right? It's right there. It's on the table. It's right in front of you. Now, if you want to keep track of all the videos that you could possibly win said money on, then all you got to do is hit that little tiny subscribe button, and more than likely there will be more giveaways in the future because I'm a giving person. Also, only 1 comment per video will be counted. Doesn't mean you can only comment once, but please don't spam. Back to it. If you are completely lost, as a small recap, in 2019, Dreamville, which is J. Cole's label, dropped a compilation album that I consider a modern classic, Revenge of the Dreamers 3. On the album, there were multiple references to a kind of Cold War that was going on between the 2 labels.
Two-way just drop, give me the cue. I'm desperate enough to go do what it do. Sizzling and pop, hey, I got dot. I heard J-Rock has been moving them units.
Now, I want y'all to keep in mind that this was all friendly competition. There was no actual beef. Kendrick Lamar raps part of the bridge on the first song, Under the Sun.
I woke up for some money.
But yeah, references all through the album. So hearing all of that, I patiently waited for TDE's response. And for that, I was a fool because TDE, like usual, did not drop music. Kendrick Lamar left TDE, of course, to go and start PG Lang. Schoolboy Q hadn't dropped in a while. SZA was always very vocal about the label not letting her drop, but that did not stop me. And it won't stop me again from speculating who would have won, in quotation. Because let's be honest, this would just be a win for music in general. So let's do some speculating, but first let's go over the rules. Rule number 1, I make the rules and I can break them whenever I want. Rule number 2, it will be one-on-one unless otherwise specified. 3, each label will be allowed 1 guest feature that is not part of the label, but is a frequent collaborator. And also I want to clarify that this is a competition of song impact and composition and how good the song would sound, not a battle. They're not on stage going back and forth. And on top of that, all of these people are extremely talented. I do not want anyone to feel like their favorite artist lost a real competition. This is fiction. It's happening in my mind. If I skip someone, it's because I feel like they don't have an equivalent in the opposite label. Please put your round winners in the comments and have fun. Round 1, SZA versus Ari Lennox. This is one of the ones that is very difficult for me to choose because I love R&B. That is my first love. And I love both of these artists to the point where I feel like it should be a tie, but that would be a cop-out. Ari Lennox has a very sultry, deep singing voice, rich, not deep, rich. And SZA excels at songwriting and melody. And I understand why people were upset in the last video over my choice. SZA had a great year, winning some variation of Album of the Year.
And the Grammy goes to Solana Imani Rose, SZA!
And SZA has solidified her spot as a superstar, a level that I believe Ari hasn't reached yet, but is on the way. That being said, I want y'all to know I've come to my senses. Ari Lennox is the winner here. Also, at the end of this one, I think I'm going to put a couple of songs that I'm listening to from both artists, just so y'all understand where I'm coming from. Broken Clocks by SZA. I never get tired of this song. It is always in rotation.
All I got is these broken clocks. I ain't got no time.
And then Pedigree by Ari Lennox.
And when you see a nigga, please act like you know.
Round 2. Schoolboy Q versus Boss. Schoolboy Q was actually the first artist from TDE that I really latched on to. Hands on the Wheel may have been composed by Beethoven. His album release is what spawned this video, and I cannot wait for it. He has great song presence, and I never hear a song and go, oh shit, is that Schoolboy Q? Because you know it's Q. He is front and center at all times. And he is going against Boss. I feel like last time I didn't give Boss a fair shake. So this time I'm going to try my hardest to really listen to a couple of songs, and I'll see if I catch a vibe, you know? After listening for, I think, an hour, I think I would like to take this time to apologize.
To absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Y'all, I'm really not trying to be mean, but every song that I listen to that I like is a feature, and he's not even the favorite part of the song. This has to go to Q. Anyone at all that can make a justification for Boss winning, please put it in the comments below, and I will look at it with an open mind. No disrespect to the man. From Schoolboy Q, you can't go wrong with Tookie Knows Part 2.
Gang, gang, banging that grip shit. Nigga said cuz in the first grade. In the shade where the cops can't see us.
For Boss, it is Let Go My Hand by J. Cole, which is a feature. Or let's throw in another one. Let's throw another one. Joel Off Rice. It's also good.
I roll like tires up under me. I got a fire up under me. They burn for money and I bitches know.
1-1 tied up. Round 3. Jid versus Isaiah Rashad. This is another one of those matchups that is extremely difficult for me to choose. Rashad is very near and dear to my heart. All of his albums range from 8 to 10 to me. And between the two, aesthetic definitely goes to Isaiah Rashad. The visuals always go crazy. Without a doubt though, Jid is a much more developed artist. He can sing, rap, and can work in a large group. And if we're talking about the unit that is Spillage Village, then his library just expands much more. From Jid, I've been listening to Barry from Simpson, from the D-Day mixtape.
Put me to it, I'ma get it done. From a city that don't see the sun, either you a sinner or a citizen.
And from Isaiah Rashad, I've been listening to What You Said, featuring Doechii and Cal Banks.
With the shorts, yeah, and you got to do is stay falling out your glass.
A certified classic. Round 4, J-Rock versus Lute. Both of these people shine brighter when they're on songs with other artists, which is difficult to do, especially when you look at who they're on the tracks with. King's Dead and Money Trees are not the same without J-Rock.
Soda, y'all are whipping. Ain't no turkey on Thanksgiving. My homeboy just domed a nigga. I just hope the Lord forgive him.
And Lute is a favorite amongst the compilation albums every single time. Seems like he is most eager to write and show out.
In my move, but please tell me what have you done? My cousin that air out the party for fun. Pistol grips get to squeezing. Wish a nigga would like Liam Neeson.
Out of the two though, I would have to give it to J-Rock, respectfully. J-Rock is also 1/3 of Black Hippie, so I mean, come on. 2-2 tied up. I promise I'm not doing this on purpose. Round 5, Earth Gang. They were extremely difficult to match up against. In the last one, I put them up against two artists because obviously they are a duo. I'm going to do the same exact thing here, but instead of using the guest appearance on this, I'm going to have the guests do their own separate round after this. So this time it is Earth Gang versus Isaiah Rashad and Ray Vaughn. I put them up against them too because Isaiah Rashad and Ray Vaughn have one song out together, Doghouse, but they at least have a history of working together. I'm sure they have a lot more unreleased tracks. I do like Doghouse that much to where I believe that they can take them. They'd at least have a fighting chance. But I didn't want to put Earth Gang up against a monster that is Kendrick and J-Rock because that would be a slaughter. Between the two though, I don't think, I'll say it again, I'm using this point again, I don't think they could make a song with as much momentum as Wells Fargo.
Whatever I say, I don't know what I say, I don't give a fuck. You getting this? You recording this?
I could tear a bank vault in half on this shit.
Down to my last, I was fucked up. I was down bad like cornrow meek. See, coochies, pop coochies for Gucci.
I'm a fool for some chicken and some candy yams. Keep it true in the city like a handyman.
Round 6. These are the guest appearance, okay? So people who are not on the label, but are frequent collaborators and people that I believe are matched up evenly. Somewhat, obviously I'm going to choose one over the other. I'm doing Baby Keem versus Kenny Mason. If this was a straight up rap battle, then Kenny Mason, I believe Kenny Mason would slaughter him. But if we're talking making music, then that's where shit gets tricky. I don't know, man. Maybe I take it back. The Praise God verse is pretty hard, bro.
I turned a heavy heart to $2 million. I put that in totals, reverse out of day. I gotta put on the Rachel and
This one might have to be decided in the comments. I will have 2 comments on the video. One will just say Kenny Mason. The other one will just say Baby Keem. Whoever has the most votes, that's who it goes to. The people have spoken. Okay, before the title card fight, we're going to throw in a couple of other people. We're just going to do rapid choices here. If we're doing cause versus reason, I choose cause. It is what it is. I'm not going to dogpile on reason, the whole downfall of TDE thing. I don't think that was his fault at all. The dude can spit. He can rap his ass off, but I fuck with cause more. That's it. Omen versus Ab Soul. They have a very similar discography, talk about very similar subjects, rap in a similar style, except Ab Soul can take it to another level. Ab Soul is a legend. Ab Soul wins over Omen. I really lost count of the wins and losses here. I messed up. But here we are, y'all. Title fight. J. Cole versus Kendrick Lamar. If you know me, you know exactly what I'm about to say. I believe bar for bar, J. Cole is better than Kendrick Lamar. That's just me.
Person running mouth last, and if you run your mouth, bitch, you going outside. Whole click getting slid on, you a mouse pad. Guys gotta play for me. Me and them are not standing adjacently. Thirsty for the clout, talking too brazenly. Bullet hit his mouth, at least he died tastefully.
Kendrick Lamar does not come out to play enough with his features for me to really say, damn, he carried that song. But J. Cole, there is many instances of him carrying a song. Cole is my personal favorite artist. But when someone says he makes boring music, I don't agree with them, but I know what they mean when they're saying that. I know what they're trying to say. Kendrick Lamar has made some of the best albums I've ever heard. He is an artist first and then a lyricist. I don't think I've heard a song where he misses. Now, could that be because he puts out music sparingly? It could be, but I don't think that's the case here. I believe, once again, Kendrick Lamar wins this round because he would make a more impactful song that is gonna go hard no matter what. But hey, you don't have to agree with everything I say. You can let me know exactly what you think in the comments respectfully. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to like the video or dislike the video, whichever one you want. Personally, I don't think you should dislike the video. We're just having a conversation here. There's no reason for you not to like it. I agree with you. All these artists go hard, okay? We're friends. You ain't got to dislike the video. But what I do think you should do is comment down there at the bottom. So even if you don't like me, you can still win $250 off me. I don't discriminate. Whoever wins, wins. But before you go, the main thing that I want you to know is you belong here with us. Be safe.